Hey, how you doing? I'm Jason Shire. This is my 1974 260Z. I purchased this car during the pandemic, so it's been a fun project for me. Some of the things I've done with this car is upgraded the suspension. I did full T3 suspension on it, control arms, rear power cradle, and also upgraded a lot more components in the engine bay as well. When I first bought the car, it had quite a bit of problems. It was leaking oil. The timing was out of sync on the carburetors. This car came equipped with triple Mikunis. They were sourced from Taka at Kaguyusha House. And the fun thing about this car is trying to keep it period correct, but also modernize it a little bit, make it safer. I take my wife out on the road, and one of the things that I want is to have a car that I can enjoy. A lot of guys will buy cars like this, and they'll just let them sit in the garage. And that was the last thing I wanted to do. I wanted to have a car that I could take out to the canyons and get it out there and really rip it. And one of the key elements about building a car is understanding the mechanics of it. And I'm a track guy. I've been to the track many times. I run in the advanced class. And so this isn't my first build. And so I actually picked this car up very closely to the way it is. And now I'm just starting to build a motor. So the next step is to put in a 3.1 liter stroke motor built by Rob's Performance Motorsports. And it's gonna have a knife edge crank, all forged internals, and I'm gonna swap out the Mikunis for Gen V ITBs, very similar to the MZR cars that you see in the United Kingdom. But I can show you the engine bay and open it up for you if you wanna take a look. So right now, some of the things that have been upgraded on the car is obviously the strut tower brace. It's a triangular brace that kind of runs out to the side. It's running BC coilovers that are adjustable, height adjustable coilovers. And you can control the rebound and the dampening on the car, which is super nice. At the moment, I'm just kind of going through and replacing bolts. Like when I first got the car, everything was rusted out. It had a less than satisfactory radiator overflow, so that's all been upgraded. This is a Mishimoto one. The carbs, like I was saying, they were out of sync a couple times. I worked with Taka from Kaguyusha House, and he came out and tuned it at my house. Like just came over and tuned it on my driveway. Oil pump, it's gone on me a couple times. It's like one of the original oil pumps on the car, so sometimes it'll spray oil on me, which is kind of fun. I get to clean things up and figure out where it's all coming from, and that's what I love about these cars. It's always like a trial by fire type of thing. These are carb filters. So I had these made by PJ Motorsports, and somewhere in the Midwest, I actually contacted the guy, and he's an old HVAC guy. So I gave him the spec of the size of these, and he actually machined them for me and cut them out, and I had to install them myself, which was a lot of fun. These mirrors are the Japanese spec 510 mirrors, which are a lower profile. The original Fair Lady mirrors were actually higher up, so these ones sit closer to the body, which are a little bit more aerodynamic. The wheels are TE37 by Volk Racing, and then these are open lug-faced lugs, and then there's T3 brakes in here. These brakes are actually made by Techno Toy Tuning, and they teamed up with Willwood. So you got a 6-piston in the front, and then you got a 4-piston in the back.
Interior?
So interior, I worked with a company called Skillard to make these door panels.
Start over again.
Sure. These are door panels made by Skillard, and they replace the stock ones, and they're lightweight, and they're just flush with the door, and I actually put those pull tabs on it in here. And then there's the heel plates by Skillard as well, which is super nice, very race car inspired. The steering wheel is made by Greddy, and that's a very limited edition Oni wheel that was made by designed by Sun Kang. The seats are 1980s original Recaro bucket seats that were actually reupholstered and refoamed, and they were sourced by a company called Get Japan. The spoiler on this car is actually a Brie spoiler. So Brie is a very famous racing company that was in Las Vegas, and I just love the way that they put together aerodynamics. And this is a duck lip spoiler. It's all in carbon fiber twill. And then this is actually RS carbon rear valance as well, just to kind of match the carbon on the wing. So the whole back is all carbon fiber. Another thing I love about, the exhaust system's all custom. That actually came with the car, and I have a Fujitsubo Legless R at home that I'm actually gonna put on the car soon. Yeah, there's the rear bracing that goes over the rear wheels by T3 as well. It's also tri-braced.